What it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. I appreciate you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. If you don't love it, you can still like, share, and subscribe and help a brother out because I would help you out. You can also comment. I love to talk to people in the comment section, so please do that. And also hit the notification bell just to make sure you don't miss any of our videos and miss any of the content. With that said, let's jump right into this. LeBron James, again, equals zero accountability, part 2. LeBron James recently came out and he basically said, listen, I don't lose sleep over losing. And also, there's 8 other people on the court, so it's not just me and Luka. I don't say to myself like, oh, how did I lose with Luka? So I didn't really touch this too much in the first video, but at the end of the day, this guy is okay with losing. And that really bothers me. You know what I mean? Again, I'm a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan as long as I've been watching basketball. And I just don't feel like I would ever hear that come out of Kobe Bryant's mouth. And for some of you that may be LeBron James fans that are like, oh, well, Kobe is not here anymore, or this ain't Kobe's team. Yeah, too bad, though, because I watched Kobe Bryant win 5 championships the right way, right? The right way, the hard way, the way where he doesn't just sit there and say, oh, well, you know, I don't really lose sleep over losing. No, and that's what I liked about Kobe Bryant, is that he did lose sleep over losing. That losing was unacceptable for him. For my own self personally, the Mamba mentality meant not accepting losing. That's one of the things that go with that mentality. Not accepting losing. Not being a loser. Like not going 4-6 in the finals and expecting people to still say you're the greatest. I don't think Kobe Bryant would be able to accept that. And again, Kobe's no longer here. He's no longer with us. But you know who is with us? Michael Jordan. You think Michael Jordan could accept that? I don't think Michael Jordan could accept that. In fact, any of the all-time greats that won at a high level, I don't think they can accept that. I don't think Tim Duncan, who never talks, could accept that as a finals record. I don't think Magic would be happy with that. I don't think Kareem would be happy with that. I think Bird was, 3-2 in the finals? That's still not a losing record. I don't think he'd be happy with that. I think if you ask Steph Curry, hey, would you rather be 4-6 or 4-2? I think he's taking 4-2. So the fact that LeBron is already telling you, like, I don't lose sleep over losing. Man, I don't know how some of y'all could be a fan of this guy. Unless you, too, are accepting a loser mentality. Which, if that's what you want to do, I guess you could do that. That doesn't mean I hate you. Doesn't mean we still can't be friends. But for me personally, I can't accept that. Not from somebody that's supposed to be the greatest of all time, right? The guy that's supposed to get all the accolades. Supposedly, this is his era. And all these other things. A guy that's never created a dynasty trying to tell me that losing is okay. The people you look up to, the people you respect, you're supposed to do that because they've done something at a higher level than you have. Or they've been there, done that. And when I think about LeBron James, obviously I'm not in the NBA, but he should not be the standard. He's not the marker. Talking about some, there's 8 other people on the court and I don't lose sleep over it. You should lose sleep over it. Luka Doncic is one of the best players in the world. You're one of the best players of all time. And you still lost in the first round to a Timberwolves team because you let Rudy turn into Rudy Hakeem O'Neal Jabbar Gobert. You've got to be kidding me. But it's everybody else's fault. The camera wasn't right. The sun didn't shine on the west the way that it used to shine in the east. And that's why we lost. Rob Pelinka has to come in and save my bacon. Just stop, man. But I'm not the only person that feels this way. So we did a part 1, and we went through a few things. And the main thing is I played for you that soundbite of LeBron James. And then I also played for you what Kobe Bryant said in the complete opposite way. How he's not going to make any excuses, and he's going to work himself till exhaustion. But check this out. I think this is called Breakfast Ball, this podcast. But this guy goes in on LeBron James, and LeBron deserves it. So let's listen to what he has to say, and then I'll come back and provide my final feedback.
This is why LeBron James, has guys like me take shots at him. It's not about his game. Obviously one of the greatest players to ever play the game. It's about crap like that. Because when you make a big shot, you put the crown on. When you show off the tattoo that says chosen, that ain't about the 8 other guys. That's about you. And with LeBron James, when things go well, it's always about him. when things don't go well, it's never his fault. And it's so frustrating hearing him have these conversations when he knows he's lying, he knows what he's putting out there, and for whatever the reason is, he just can't help himself. But when you juxtapose what LeBron said there in that podcast with what Jason Tatum said in a press conference, with the established media in Boston, which is a very tough media, and he goes, yeah, I'm well aware I played like crap. I'm well aware I got to be better. Right. My performance is unacceptable. If I play a little bit better, we're up 2-0 in this series, and I own it. That's refreshing. That's a guy you can root for. When you're completely tone deaf to what you say and how people view the things that come out of your mouth, you can't help a guy like that.
So this guy, I forgot his name, and I need to learn it, but essentially he said a mouthful, man. He said a mouthful. Some of the things that he said is like, listen, LeBron James talks about himself so much. After he won the 2016 championship, right? After they came back from down 3-1, that right there made me the best player of all time. So the other guys on the court, and he just talked about himself. So the other 9 guys on the court didn't help make you the best of all time? The team you beat plus your teammates? Oh, so then it wasn't just you, right? It was just you. Then it was just you. Oh, okay. When you wanted your darn respect after you won in 2020 with Anthony Davis, after Anthony Davis did all that work to carry your behind to a bubble ring, give me my dang respect. Oh, that was just about you again, right? That was just you. When you threw your teammates under the bus on the first Cleveland team, when you talked about you didn't have enough, that was just about you. When Rich Paul did that for you too, badmouthing your teammates, talking about people like Big Z, who was a 2-time All-Star, and he actually made the All-Star team once without you, boy. Without you. That was just because they were bad and it was about you. Okay. When you guys lost in 2011 and you had like 8 points in the game and you averaged 17 points per game in the series, and Wade and Bosh were playing way better than you, even though Bosh had to guard Dirk. When that was happening, and you went on your little podcast or wherever you were, and you're talking about we just didn't have the pieces to make it work. We had 3 of the best players in the world, and we just still didn't have the pieces to make it work. So again, that time, it was everybody else besides you and Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. And then Rich Paul went out and said, yeah, Bosh wasn't even part of a big 3. He was just there for the ride. So he threw Bosh under the bus. I ain't hear you say nothing in Bosh's defense. Right? There's 8 other guys all of a sudden, though. Today, when you lose with Luka Doncic on your team, now it's 8 other guys. And I can't betray Luka because he could sign off and leave. And I need him. I need me him. I need me some of him. Probably sounding like Diddy in the background with the baby oil. I need me some Luka Doncic. So I can't badmouth him. But the rest of these ninjas, trash. Right? Let me badmouth them. And that's fine. That's okay. Right? Because it's them. It's not me. But when I win, it's me. It's all about me. I'm the MVP when I win. Even though Dwayne Wade has to back down, lower his game so I can run high pick and roll all day. Even though Kyrie's the one that made the shot. Even though Chris Bosh got the rebound, passed it to Ray Allen, they hit the shot that saved my career. So that Tim Duncan didn't, get a royal flush on me in the finals. The guy I'm better than, supposedly. So it's very conveniently not about him when there's losing involved. Like when the Lakers struggled with Russ, like he wasn't the one that wanted Russ over there. Very convenient that it's Russ's fault then. Like when they got Kevin Love and people started bad-mouthing Kevin Love, like he wasn't nice, like he wasn't having 30 in 30 games, like he was Dwight Howard before he went to Cleveland. Very convenient once again that he didn't step up. But when you win, that right there made me the greatest player of all time. Kevin Love doesn't matter. He's not that good. I mean, look at my stats. When they lose, he literally had a shirt the one time in Miami that said, check my stats. So, listen, man, some of y'all can get mad at me for making this video. And you can realize the hypocrisy in this man. And not blame me for his hypocrisy. Because I see the hypocrisy. You can't just blame everybody else when it's convenient because you're losing, and then take all the praise when you win. There's such a lack of accountability there. And then this guy said, like, oh, well, I think, LeBron is lying and manipulating his people. Listen, to those that are neutral, yes. To his followers, they eat this stuff up like a fat kid at fat camp. Like a paper plate in a snowstorm. All right? Like white on rice. They eat this stuff up. They don't care. Their only goal is to praise LeBron James. But for the rest of us that are trying to live in reality and live normal lives and love the game of basketball beyond just making it work for one selfish player, because that's what he is. He's selfish, and his fans, the ones of them that can't be honest, are also selfish. They want him to take all the praise and suck all the oxygen out of the game of basketball. Suck all the oxygen out the basketball and run away with it, or take their ball home instead of letting other people play because they lost. That's how LeBron is, and some of his fans are. Not all of them, but some of them. A lot of them, from what I see. This is just crazy behavior, man. Crazy behavior. And the craziest thing about it is that people keep falling for this and can't see through it. They can't see the fact that he's manipulating and basically just lying to people and just trying to say it's convenient when it is for him. And it's never convenient for him to say, I didn't play well. But the also problem is that he cares about his stats so much, his statistics. That's why he loses, in my opinion. Sometimes you got to take the shot that's not good to win the game. Sometimes you just got to make crazy shots to win. I watched Allen Iverson do it against the Lakers when they literally only lost one game. And it was because Allen Iverson had 48. They didn't win that series. The rest of the games weren't really particularly close. But Allen Iverson put on such a show and did everything he could and left it all on the floor. And I don't always see that from LeBron James. He's going to play his game, get all his layups and dunks that he can. If he's making his shots, he'll take some. But he's probably not going to be the one to take the one that really matters in the biggest games. It's going to be somebody else. But because his statistics are really consistent, or maybe he has the best stats in the game, or maybe he has 40 points through 4.5 quarters, he doesn't have to do anything in the last 8 to 9 minutes, and he'll still get the trophy because his overall stats look good. And people keep falling for that. But like this guy said, he plays a little bit better against the T-Wolves. They're still playing right now, potentially. The T-Wolves weren't that much better than him. Even if the defense was lacking, if LeBron James was really about that life the way people say he is, he could have closed out a few of those games. So, at the end of the day, he also mentioned, Jason Tatum taking responsibility in front of a hard Boston media. But who is Jason Tatum's favorite player? Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe didn't make excuses. If you didn't play good, you didn't play good. You take that for your teammates. You know what I mean? You're the one getting paid all the money to take the pressure, to take the blame. So you take that. You eat that. Even when it's not necessarily deserved, you take that pressure off your teammates. You be the leader. Right? You be the leader. So at the end of the day, I had to make a part 2 to this because I didn't want to make the first one too long. But LeBron James, man, is just never taking accountability. Zero accountability. It's never his fault. It's conveniently always somebody else's fault. And when we win, it's them. When we lose, it's them. When we win, it's me. And don't get it twisted. There's a real media campaign monster behind this. Probably Rich Paul. Even when his teams lose, he's never in the graphic of the person that lost. And if you're not paying attention, stuff like that will slide right by you and you think it's okay. It's not okay. Just one time, and not even once. He needs to make it a habit. One time means nothing. It needs to be a habit that he stands up and takes the blame and takes his part of the pie. But he's never, ever going to do that because people still love him either way. But me, when I see that, I'm going to say something. I don't care what other people think. I know basketball. I know football. I know sports. And I know how people are supposed to act. I watch the greatest of all time do the right thing when it comes down to, having conversations about what they could have done better. Even Carmelo Anthony. And that's why Carmelo is loved and people dislike LeBron. Not everybody, but a lot of people dislike him. Melo maybe didn't win like LeBron did. There's reasons for that, but I'm not going to touch that in this video. But people always respect Carmelo, because he took the blame. And he never complained. Never. He always did things the right way as much as possible. As far as how you're supposed to handle the media and your teammates and taking responsibility. So with that said, that's the end of this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. I like to talk to people in the comment section. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos or any of our content. We greatly appreciate you listening. I'm very humble. Much love.